Good morning, everyone. Are you pumped? Because I am too. My name is Karen Ann Daniels. I am the Director of Programming and Performance, as well as the Artistic Director of Folger Theater. And it is my great pleasure to welcome you all, to say a big thank you to Crush Funk Band, Brass Band. If you liked what you were hearing after the ribbon cutting, they will be up here at 11:15 playing here in the theater again for you. So feel free to come back up later and do that. But right now, I would like to welcome the Director of Folger Shakespeare Library, Dr. Michael Witmore.
Good morning. DC Go-Go in the house. As you know, I'm Michael Witmore. I'm the director of the Folger, and it is my engaging the history of the land on which we sit. Now, welcome to this ribbon-cutting ceremony for today's opening of the Folger and reopening of the Folger after a 4-year renovation. So pleased we are all to have you as our guests, and we're looking forward to welcoming you to our pavilion and to our historic rooms. Over the course of the next half hour, you'll hear from a number of Folger neighbors, as well as dignitaries from the District of Columbia and abroad. Now, to say a few words about our speakers, I'd like to welcome to the podium Jarrett, the chair of the Folger Board of Governors.
Mike, thank you for that introduction, and thank you for your distinguished, transformative leadership of the Folger and of this incredible project. Good morning, everyone. On behalf of the board, I want to express how delighted we are to have you with us for this historic occasion. I would also like to thank Dame Karen Pierce, the British Ambassador to the United States, Dr. Carla Hayden, the 14th Librarian of Congress, and Reverend Kevin Vandiver, pastor at Reformation Lutheran Church, for being with us as we officially open the doors of our expanded, reimagined building. As you know, this project has been years in the making. Our new building is the physical representation of the Folger's intent to make Shakespeare, the arts, and the humanities accessible to all. It reflects our commitment to being a center of cultural exchange for visitors from around the world, and of course at home here in Washington. And in the spirit of fostering community, connection, and exchange, we've invited our closest neighbors to offer greetings this morning. So please join me in first welcoming Reverend Vandiver and then Dr. Carla Hayden. Thank you.
I can hardly see you, but good morning. How is everyone today? Good. My name is Kevin. Up and running by 1932, so we've had almost 90 years of collectively waving across the street at each other. And a lot has happened in the shadow of these 2 out of 3 branches of government, but I would say that most of it is good because there is the wonderful gathering of a diverse body of people that may not have been able to gather for such a moment as this. What a historic moment, and we celebrate it together. When I was called to pastor at Reformation Church about 2 years ago, I wasn't the pastor yet, but I was just kind of touring the grounds in preparation for the call, and there was a lot of dust up in the air, and there's a fence in front of East Capitol, and you couldn't park your car, and I was like, well, what's going on over there? And they said, well, Pastor, I think that they're putting a parking garage underneath the Folger Shakespeare. I think they're going to put a Haagen-Dazs underneath there. They're going to have a lot of shops and places where you can eat and have a lot of fun. But oh, have we done something much more marvelous than that? At a time when the world is closing in on itself and people are dividing, look what has happened here. There is an opening, possibility is being fostered here. Folger Shakespeare has, and the people who are behind all of this work, has gone to great lengths to open up the doors to the community to create the possibility, the grounds upon and under which community can happen, and a dialogue can happen, and cultural immersion and education and the arts bring about the possibility for transformation. And so we celebrate as, we're doing our collective work across the street of opening and welcoming. We celebrate with all of you who are a part of this great work, and we thank you for your courage and the wisdom that it takes to make big decisions like these. And we say, here's to the next 90 years. O wondrous God of many names, we thank you for the minds that imagined, the hearts that believed, and the hands that have given. Thank you for the gifts of education, cultural immersion, and community. O great builder of worlds, bless this work of our hands. We pray for the people who will come in and out of this place, stretching forward into time beyond our fathoming. Mighty healing spirit, use this great work to promote unity, peace, healing, learning, exploration, and great joy, particularly in times where these ideals seem to be in short supply. In your name and in your spirit we pray together. Amen.
Good morning and congratulations on a stunning renovation. I'm honored as the Librarian of Congress to join the celebration of the reopening of the Folger Shakespeare Library because the two institutions have a shared history that started nearly a century ago when my predecessor, Herbert Putnam, the 9th Librarian of Congress, I'm the 14th, established the relationship and championed the organization we celebrate today. Librarian Putnam helped persuade Congress, and think about that, he helped persuade Congress to allow Henry Folger to build on a site that was slated for a much larger Library of Congress, Adams Building, now the Folger's next door neighbor. He not only championed, he lobbied Congress successfully to adapt the planned annex for the library, having realized that having the Folger Library was, and I'm going to quote, I am a librarian, Steve Grant's book about the Folger, quote, a great advantage to his library because he knew the Library of Congress could never afford the expensive, rare books and manuscripts Folger had acquired. The existence of a specialized Shakespeare library across the street from the Library of Congress would not only complement, but also enhance the government institution's own mission to engage, inform, and inspire Congress and the American people. And that relationship continues, with the partnership strengthened by location and time. And it's exciting that both institutions are adapting new ways of engaging the public and creating beautiful spaces to display and enjoy their treasures. With the Folger's magnificent renovation, we now have, as Michael has said from the beginning, a new cultural corner on this side of the mall. And we look forward to more programs and events together that will solidify this connection to bring the wonders of history and the arts to generations to come. And in that vein, I would can breathe or eyes can see. So long lives this, and this gives life to thee. Congratulations.
Thank you to both of our neighbors, and we're delighted now to welcome Dame Karen Pierce, who's the ambassador of Great Britain to the United States. Dame Karen.
Well, thank you, Michael, and it is my very great honour to join you this morning and to read a letter from His Majesty the King. Some of you will have seen the letter from George V that was sent to the Folger on its opening, and the King wished to send a message updating that message. It's datelined Buckingham Palace. Dear Dr. Witmore, on the 23rd of April, 1932, my great-grandfather, King George V, welcomed the opening of the Shakespeare Folger Library as forming another bond of friendship between our two nations. In the decades since, the library has endured on Capitol Hill as both an international cornerstone for Shakespearean scholars and enthusiasts alike, and as a tribute to Britain's most eminent contribution to literature. Therefore, it gives me the greatest pleasure, 92 years later, to offer my own congratulations as the Folger Shakespeare Library reopens its doors after a transformational renovation. Counting myself among those Shakespeare enthusiasts, I remember with great fondness my visit to the library in 2005 to admire some particularly exquisite pieces in the collection, from the first folio itself to hand-signed books belonging to my ancestors. The Folger is indeed a remarkable historical treasure trove, which I am delighted will now be accessible to members of the public, so that visitors of all ages, and the King has underlined all, and perspectives might encounter and be inspired by the genius of Shakespeare and his contemporaries. In this regard, I was particularly pleased to hear of the exciting plans for community outreach with the creative in educational programs for school children, alongside a continued commitment to the imaginative performance of Shakespeare's works and to captivate a new generation of audiences. By bringing to life the early modern period of literature so magnificently, the newly refurbished and revitalised Folger Shakespeare Library will be fulfilling a great service not only to the arts and to the District of Columbia, but also to the American nation and to the world. As you officially open the building on 21st of June, I can only wish you and all of the Folger team every possible success as you embark upon this next chapter in the library's great history. Yours most sincerely, Charles. Thank you.
Thank you, Dame Karen. I'd also like now to acknowledge two distinguished guests here from the city government of Washington, D.C. First, our three-term mayor, the Honorable Muriel Bowser. And our city councilman from Ward 6, Charles Allen. Thank you. We have an abundance of recognition today because I understand the council and the mayor have created proclamations in honor of this day, and we are so delighted and honored by both. To read one of those, the proclamation that the mayor brings, I want to reintroduce our board chair, Jarrett.
This one I've not committed to memory. So I'll need to read it. So I'm pleased to read this proclamation on behalf of Mayor Bowser. Whereas the Folger Shakespeare Library, the depository of the world's largest Shakespeare collection, is reopening its doors following a transformative 4-year renovation that significantly enhances public accessibility. And whereas the Folger Shakespeare Library, with its expanded facilities, can now present a greater portion of its unparalleled collection, programs, and resources to residents of Washington, D.C., our region, the country, and the globe. And whereas the Folger Shakespeare Library remains steadfast in its mission to foster knowledge and the arts through its support of pioneering research and the creation of new works. And whereas the Folger Shakespeare Library serves as a pivotal institution in enriching the educational experiences of teachers and students in Washington, D.C. and elsewhere, fostering a profound connection with William Shakespeare's storied legacy. And whereas the Folger Shakespeare Library stands as a beacon of cultural excellence with its exhibitions, plays, concerts, poetry readings, and lectures, continuing to captivate and enlighten generations of Shakespeare enthusiasts. And whereas despite what Shakespeare penned in As You Like It, quote, "I like this place and could willingly waste my time in it," I can easily predict that one's time, willingly or not, could ever be wasted in the beautifully newly renovated Folger Shakespeare Library.
This is my line.
Please.
Now, therefore, I, the Mayor of Washington, D.C., hereby proclaim today, June 21st, Folger Shakespeare Library Day in Washington, D.C. Congratulations.
I love that handoff. It's so beautiful. Thank you, Madam Mayor. A brief reflection before we cut this ribbon. When news broke in 1929 that something called the Folger Shakespeare Library was about to be built on Capitol Hill, Washington, D.C. was not yet the city of collections that it is today, with the National Mall packed with various museums and galleries. Stories that were written in the Evening Post at that time acknowledged the importance of libraries and theater to our city, but they also expressed the hope that Washington would continue to gain recognition as a center of learning and culture. Henry and Emily Folger shared that hope, which they expressed by creating this living institution. 95 years later, those hopes have been more than realized, which is why we're so proud today to reintroduce the Folger Shakespeare Library to our city and to the world. It's no accident that an institution such as ours, one that honors collections, the arts, and the humanities, should be placed squarely between the federal government and the vibrant culture of our city. Through our collections, research, and our programs, we've been able to demonstrate the power of the arts and humanities to elevate life in our complex, multiracial democracy. We've also created a space where traditions can be both honored and remade. Our new gardens, our pavilion, our exhibitions, and our historic rooms can once again invite generations to ask the basic questions about who we are and how we live together in community. Shakespeare wrote about so many things: power, politics, family, race, sexuality, faith, ambition, justice. This reimagining of the Folger, I hope, allows us to restate the importance of Shakespeare, the arts, and the humanities to the aspirations that we have as a city and as human beings. The value of this restoration and reimagining will have to be proven out over decades, and I hope that the joy of learning and the thrill of discovery will always be in this place in the future. When the Folger turns 100 in the year 2032, our changing world will still need institutions such as this one. We all are honored here by your presence today, and we want to celebrate the fact that stories great and small, those that live in history and those that live in our hearts, will continue to show us the way. Before moving to our next speaker, I do want to express my deep personal thanks to all of you who've helped guide and support this metamorphosis of our institution. Our staff, many of whom are here tonight, our leadership, I can't see you, but I know you're up there. Our staff, our leadership, our community, and our supporters, all of you. Nothing of this scope could have been accomplished without your belief in this vision. Millions will be touched by this work, and we thank you. I'm about to welcome the poet Kyle Dargan, who will read the welcome poem that was composed for us by U.S. Poet Laureate Rita Dove, the text of which is now beautifully inscribed in our West Garden. Kyle was one of Rita Dove's students, and she's asked that he read her words today. Kyle, before you step up, I would also like to acknowledge another contemporary artist, Fred Wilson, whose remarkable installation greets our visitors in the Shakespeare Exhibition Hall. Fred, you've been kind enough to offer to speak about this piece and answer questions in our gallery at noon, so I do invite you to be part of that. Now, friends and honored guests, please join me in welcoming Kyle Dargan.
One of the things that Rita would always tell me, and many other poets, is that a poem needs to find a way to sing. And I think this piece, which she created for this moment, is a perfect piece, this sonnet, or sonetto in Italian, little song, that not only honors Shakespeare and the Folger, but also really embodies that advice that she gave me and many poets over the years. Folger Shakespeare Library, Garden Ribbon. Clear your calendars, pocket your notes. Look up into the blue amplitudes. Sun lolling on his throne, watching clouds scrawl past, content with going nowhere. No chart can calibrate the hush that settles just before the first cricket song rises. No list will recall a garden's embroidery, its fringed pinks and reds, its humble hedges. Every day is too much or never enough. So stop fretting your worth and berating the cosmos. Step into a house where all the jumbled perfumes of our human potpourri waft up from a single page. You can feel the world stop. Lean in and listen as your heart starts up again. And now please welcome Laura Choi Stuart and Mark Sylvester, who will be performing Something's Coming from West Side Story.
Thank you.
There's something to
reach down the block on the beach under a tree. I got a feeling there's a miracle due, gonna come true, coming to me. Could it be? Yes, it could. Something's coming, something good. If I can wait, something's coming. I don't know what it is, but it is gonna be great. With a click, with a shock, phone will jingle, door will knock. Open the latch. Something's coming, don't know when, but it's soon. Catch the moon, one-handed catch. Around the corner, or whistling down the river. Come on, deliver to me. Will it be? Yes, it will. Maybe just by holding still, it'll be there. Come on, something, come on in. Don't be shy, need a guy, pull up a chair. The air is humming, and something great is coming. Who knows? It's only just out of reach, down the block on the beach, maybe tonight.
Well, it's just about that time. I'm going to invite Mike and some of our speakers to come on down the center aisle, as well as some of our board members to join us, to lead us down the stairs to our ribbon cutting. If y'all could hang out for just a minute, let these folks get by. Following the ribbon cutting, so that you know, like I said, we will be celebrating with you all with some more food and drinks in the Great Hall. The galleries will be open to you, and Crush Funk will come back at 11:15 to perform here on the stage. And then immediately following that, Fred Wilson will be down in the gallery around noon, sharing a little bit about his artistic commission downstairs in the Shakespeare Gallery. So, with that being said, if we can start from the front aisle of rows here and move our way back, that would be amazing. I'll see you all downstairs in just a couple of minutes.
The Folger's open.
Thank you.